I'm going to cover the very basics of strength training by relating it to Elden Ring. I know that's a weird combo, but it actually works really well as a teaching aid and it makes the content a lot more fun to learn. I've worked in the fitness industry for over 10 years now, and I'm currently getting my master's in kinesiology, but I'm also a big gaming nerd, so I thought it'd be fun to blend these two topics together. By the end of this video, you'll understand why strength training is so important for beginners, and you'll have a great workout program to follow to help get you started. However, if you get tired of the gaming references and want more traditional, science-focused content, I've got a free book linked in the video description that I'll talk more about later. To start this training conversation, let's talk about video game controllers and motor learning. If you've ever played a multiplayer game with someone who's never held a controller before, you know how frustrating that experience can be for both you and them. Even if they understand exactly what they're supposed to do, they're completely miserable if they can't move their character and the camera at the same time. A player who is brand new to gaming first needs to spend some time getting used to the controls and developing coordination in their fingers before they're faced with a real challenge. This process of developing coordination and refining new movement patterns is called motor learning, and it's the first step in strength training. It's easy to forget that using a controller is a skill we all had to build over time before we finally got the hang of it. However, we didn't improve our controller skills by growing new fingers. We just got better at using the digits we already had. Strength training is the exact same thing. It's a neuromuscular skill that we learn through practice. And just like the controller example, your body already has plenty of muscle mass to lift heavy weights, but your brain isn't very good at communicating with those muscles to produce high levels of force. This is the most important thing to understand with strength training for beginners. You don't need to gain any size or destroy your body with brutal workouts to get stronger early on. You simply need to consistently practice lifting heavy things with just enough intensity to get better. However, a great strength training program will still lead to really solid gains in muscle growth. And that's what makes strength training so great for beginners. It drastically improves ability and appearance at the same time. Think about how calm and peaceful Limgrave was compared to the first time you fought Margit. Limgrave was just difficult enough to teach you the basics of the game and help you gain some easy levels, but not so punishing that you wanted to uninstall after a few sessions. That's exactly how strength training should feel at the beginning. If you focus on improving your form and getting stronger, you'll passively farm up some easy runes along the way and the muscle gains will happen naturally. So if getting stronger requires consistency and effort, that means we need a workout program that's just difficult enough to make us better, but not so tough that we want to quit. This is my Fitstra beginner program, and it focuses on simple full body workouts that are performed 2 to 3 times per week. Each workout consists of compound exercises that contain 3 to 4 working sets per exercise, and every set includes 5 to 8 reps with a challenging weight. And as you can see here, it's just 2 days that alternate back and forth. On day A, you'll squat, row, RDL, and bench press, while on day B, you'll target deadlifts, overhead press, lunges, and pull-ups. It's really, really simple, and you can download the full program PDF for free. I've got it linked down below. Think of the beginner strength training phase as a tutorial level that you can repeat indefinitely until you're ready to start the main game. When you stop improving from the same basic workouts and hit a strength plateau, it's time to move on. Some of you may reach this point after 6 months, while others might continue progressing over a year. Listen to your body, move on when you're ready, but don't rush it. The more strength you build at the beginning, the heavier your high volume work will be later. A solid strength foundation will lead to way more muscle growth long term than if you start out with a bodybuilding program first instead. Here's another way to view it. Imagine one of your friends starts playing Elden Ring for the first time and they're getting crushed by every single early game enemy because they don't know how to block, dodge, or attack at the right times. They're probably going to be super tempted to go to Caelid and kill Grail for some easy levels because they think those 50,000 runes will be an easy way to cheese the game. But you know that eventually they'll have to face tougher enemies and will be reminded that the main source of their problems is actually a skill issue, not a lack of levels. Untrained lifters will gain a good amount of size and strength for the first few months regardless of the quality of their workouts because their bodies aren't used to exercise. But those beginner gains will eventually stop and gym progress will primarily rely on solid strength fundamentals. After a few months of lifting, all of the easy runes will be gone and you'll actually have to know what you're doing to keep seeing steady progress. This is why it's so important to get strong first before going all in on size. Okay, let's recap everything. Strength is a skill that we learn through practice, and it's the first thing beginners need to focus on. Just like the difficulty of limb grave, our workouts need to be challenging enough to improve our abilities, but not so brutal that we can't keep training. By focusing on strength development at the beginning of our fitness journey, we can gain size and strength simultaneously for at least the first 6 months without completely wrecking our bodies. No single workout will give us massive arms or double our squat max, so programming for beginners should skew a little more towards longevity than intensity. I wanted to keep this video pretty short and simple, but before I wrap things up, here's the free code for my book. You can use the coupon code ERGAINS at checkout and download the whole thing for free. It covers lifting, nutrition, cardio, and a ton of other great stuff that will help you build muscle, gain strength, and lose body fat. It's also got full workout programs included, so you have new builds to follow after you leave the beginner stage. If you like the book, consider buying a paperback copy on Amazon. It's a much better reading experience, and you'll have a physical copy that you can keep forever. It's also just a nice way to say thanks if you like the free version. All right, guys, thanks for watching. If you like the video and want to see more fitness gaming content, let me know. It's super fun to make. If you want to chat about exercise stuff or ask lifting questions, leave a comment down below. See you next time.